So good morning dear friends. Today we are discussing a new chapter that is non-aqueous titrations. So what are the contents that is coming under this chapter are first one is the introduction, that is introduction about the non-aqueous titration. Here we will discuss what is the definition and what is the criteria for a compound to perform in non-aqueous titrations. Then types of the solvents that is used in the non-aqueous titration. Here the subheadings are aprotic solvents, protophilic solvents, protogenic solvents, amphiprotic solvents, and two different type of non-aqueous titration, that is acidimetry and alkalimetry. The non-aqueous titration of weak acid is called alkalimetry and non-aqueous titration of weak bases is acidimetry. So we can move on to the first part, that is the introduction part of non-aqueous titration. So we have to know what is the difference of non-aqueous titration when compared to other titrations. So in far we have studied the acid-base titration. So what is the difference between the acid-base and non-aqueous titration? Means the acid-base titrations we were using solvents like water, but in non-aqueous titration the solvents other than water are used. Hence the name non-aqueous titration. Aqueous titration means what? It is a titration in which water is using, and the non-aqueous titration is a titration in which the solvents other than water are used. So the definition of non-aqueous titration is they are those titration in which weakly acidic or basic substances are carried out using non-aqueous solvents so as to get a sharp endpoint. So in non-aqueous titrations, the compounds that are weakly acidic or basic are mainly undergoing the non-aqueous titration, and the main aim of selecting this non-aqueous method is they have to get a sharp endpoint. And why? Because when they are choosing for other titrations they will not get a sharp endpoint, so they opt for the non-aqueous titrations. And another definition is the non-aqueous titrations are the titrations which are carried out in a non-aqueous solvent. Non-aqueous solvent means the solvent that is other than water. And when these non-aqueous titrations are chosen, that is, first condition is when the reactant or products are insoluble in water. So if a sample is insoluble in water, you can opt for the non-aqueous method of titration. And second reason is the sample will react with water. See what happens when we are taking a sample and when it reacts with water, that is hydrolysis reaction occur, then the endpoint will vary, and all the reactions, all the chemical reactions will change. So the selected solvent must be such that it should not react with the sample. So in this case, if your sample is reacting with the water, so we should not choose the water as a solvent. In such cases we can opt for the non-aqueous titration. And the third reason is if a sample is too weak acid or base, so that they cannot be titrated in water due to they will not give a sharp endpoint. That is, the weak acidic or weak basic sample, if they are titrated along with the water taking as a solvent, they will not give a sharp endpoint. So to get this sharp endpoint we can go for the non-aqueous titrations. Next is what is the concept of non-aqueous titrations or theory that is coming under non-aqueous titration. This non-aqueous titration is mainly depending upon the acid-base concept theory, that is Lowry-Bronsted theory. So what is Lowry-Bronsted theory? According to this theory, acid is a substance which donates a proton while base is a substance which accepts a proton, and this non-aqueous titration works based upon this theory. So the Bronsted-Lowry theory states that acid dissociates in a solution to give a proton and form a conjugated base, and the base at that time will combine with this lost proton to form a dissociated acid, lost proton from this dissociated acid and produce a conjugate acid. Next is the advantages of non-aqueous titration. The first advantage is that the weak acid and base that give poor endpoints in aqueous titrations, we can go for the non-aqueous titration. If we are titrating non-aqueously by weak acid and weak base, we can get a sharp endpoint. If we are choosing for the aqueous titration, we won't get this sharp endpoint. So weak acid and weak base can be titrated in non-aqueous titration method to get the sharp endpoint. Second is the substances which are poorly soluble in water. If your sample is less soluble in water, and in such cases we can opt to the organic solvents, that is non-aqueous organic solvents can be used for dissolving that particular sample, and Hence, such samples can be opted for the non-aqueous titration method. And the third one is mixture of 2 or more acids can be analyzed. So, in non-aqueous titrations, each acid have, if we are using several acids, they will be having a separate endpoint in different solvents. So, because of this property, a mixture of 2 or more acids can be analyzed. Next is the disadvantages of non-aqueous titration. The first disadvantage is that temperature, moisture and carbon dioxide should be controlled. So if you are carrying out a non-aqueous titration, for example, if you are performing assay as well as the standardization, you should keep the same temperature, same moisture and same carbon dioxide, same atmospheric condition while performing both the experiments. That is very difficult and this is the main disadvantage regarding the atmospheric conditions, that is temperature, moisture and carbon dioxide should be controlled at the same pattern. And in case of moisture, the moisture should not be more than 0.05%. So the moisture should be less than this value and it is also very difficult to maintain. Second one is the solvent used in non-aqueous titrations are expensive. Since we are using a solvent other than water, the availability of the solvent will be very difficult and in market the price of the solvents also will be very high. Third one is volatile solvents such as ammonia can pollute solvent. One of the example for the non-aqueous solvent is ammonia and it is a volatile solvent. It is having the disadvantages of polluting the atmosphere as well as the solvent. And the fourth one is indicators need to be prepared in non-aqueous medium. So several indicators will be there. In acid-based titrations, you have studied many indicators like phenolphthalein, methyl, red methyl, orange, and you may be clear with their preparation procedure, like they are dissolving a specific quantities, taking and dissolving in the water. But in non-aqueous titrations, the indicators that is used in the non-aqueous titrations should not be prepared in the water. They have to be prepared in the non-aqueous medium. That is also a heavy risk or disadvantage of non-aqueous titration. And the fifth one is some solvents that are hazardous if mishandled, such as ammonia, which if inhaled too much can prove to be fatal. The example ammonia, they may pollute as well as they will be hazardous if we inhaled, that is intake through your respiratory system. And the sixth one, it is not an environment friendly method. As discussed previously, they may pollute, hence they are not environment friendly. So these are the disadvantages of the non-aqueous titrations.